Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Monster Hunter Mondays. It is I, Tom, and I'm here with Cameron.
How's it
Uh,
going, everybody?
I think that's it so far. I don't actually have my Discord window open, but I think it's just the two of us so far tonight. We're back with some more Monster Hunter World. I think we're gonna do some guiding lands tonight. Mostly just gearing up, getting closer toward our eventual take on Fatalis. I think. I say that because that's been the goal for the past few months. But yeah, we're doing some guiding lands tonight. The session should be open. The ID is there in the bottom left. And yeah, let's hunt some monsters. I
I
am.
think we're getting pretty close.
I thought so.
I guess
Yeah.
I've been spending time catching up to you. I know you are very close to Fatalis.
I thought I was
Um,
at Fatalis for a while because I had the Elatrion quest, but I still have to do that. And so since then, I've
yes.
just kind of been putzing around, not sure what I should build up for that because I've got armor for everything up to Elatrion, but I don't know if it's fully uh,
What
kitted
what
out.
I have been told is Safi Jiva is the step before. So if you've got
Okay,
Safi Jiva armor, then you're sitting pretty for Electron. So
okay, so
I
that's
think
what I don't have.
I'm 2 steps behind. Okay, so then if we're trying to farm stuff for Elatron, I'm 1 step behind you in that my next step is Raging Brachydios. I need to get some Zynogar parts,
Right.
but then my goal is farm Raging Brachydios this week and next week, and then do Safi Jiva when I get back from the Bahamas, so you and I can farm that hopefully,
Okay.
uh, and then we do Elatron together.
No, that
So
sounds pretty good.
it it feels like Fatalis will happen in April, hopefully before Title Update 6 comes out. I guess we'll have to see.
Is that when the next Rise update comes out? I have not actually looked at the date for that.
Title Update 5, I don't think has a date yet, but the announcement about it is supposed to be in April.
Ah, okay.
So I'm assuming it'll be the end of April, maybe beginning of May.
Oh, interesting. I would be. I'm down to play more of that. We've spent so much time on World now that I'm starting to shift my muscle memory weight back over into World, and I'm like, yeah, I like to play Rise, but also I getting too used to it. Hey, NoobTube, how's it going?
Hi, NoobTube.
Do you? I think you have the higher region levels in Guiding Lands since you've been hosting them. I don't know if it matters if
Yeah,
you start it. I don't actually remember how the quests work with Guiding Lands or the
let's see. Yeah, let me.
instances.
So I ate and stuff.
Hey, Boom
Let's
Headshot.
post them guiding lands. Guiding lands. So what are my region levels? I guess depart. I can go actually before I depart. Guiding lands. Adjust region levels. Okay, so right now, I'm capped out on my forest is level 6. Everything else is at least level 2. Depart
Okay.
and press. Oh, I see.
You have 1 point.
Expedition objective.
Interesting.
Target monster. Here we go. I want to do a Stygian Z.
Oh, the Safi'jiiva Siege is here. I forgot it's on the rotation.
Oh,
That's
if we get
nice.
enough people, maybe we just take a shot at it since we need those parts anyway.
I feel like I've done it, or I've done an attempt once or twice, and I feel like I've gotten. Actually, I'm gonna check my box. I feel like I've gotten parts from Safi, but I don't remember. Cause I think the
Hi,
last time we
NoobTube.
were
Hi, Boom
playing World
Headshot.
before Rise, we were doing a lot of that. How do I see monster parts? I forget. Or can I?
Hello, hello. Who joined?
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Not
Hey.
bad.
Hey, Shanice. Shanice is asking how everyone's week was. Do we want to do our usual Monday
Yeah,
roundabout?
let's do the update. I don't know. So last week was a bit of a weird week. I think you all didn't stream on Wednesday. Is Nate working through technical stuff?
Yeah, so I've been bad about making the actual social media updates for him in his stead, but we didn't do an Elden Ring stream last week. Nate was having some Wi-Fi issues the week before, and I don't think he's had any time to get around to working out some of that. And then Ian's got some audio issues, so we're kind of workshopping the configuration for Wednesdays. But I think that's kind of the goal for us. And until we do that, we might take. I think we're also not doing this Wednesday as well. I think we're taking a week or two off to sort of.
Ooh, if that's the case, then
workshop
that
some
means if you can confirm that for me, Tom, I might stream Wednesday, but it'll be a Gundam stream. I think I literally I got home from vacation last night. We'll do updates in a second,
Yeah.
and I was like, I have 2 hours. I'm gonna break out one of my kits and I'm gonna fucking build it. And
I saw
did.
you
It was
posting
real
in the
nice.
Discord. I saw like the purple Leo and the what
Yeah,
what I
space type.
call the custom goof Leo because it's blue.
Yeah.
This is very good. Hey Cheryl,
Hi and hi Zainza.
welcome everybody. Oomst.
Yeah, we want to go through updates. I guess I'm out in the guiding land, so you should be able to join me now.
Yeah, mine's loading in.
How is everybody doing? Black Knight, what's your like week update?
Not too bad. Just existing. Not too much to talk about, really.
Tom, what about you? Anything interesting happen?
Well, I'm also just existing. No, so my week was good. What did I do? I went to the FC Cincinnati game on Saturday.
They
Which we
won.
won. Yeah, which for some reason in my head I was thinking, oh, cool, we're 2-0, and then I remembered, wait, there's away games. Just because I don't see those doesn't mean that's not part of the record.
Yeah, what is our record now then?
I
Including
actually
the
have not looked it up. I meant to do it, like having that thought earlier today. I want to say it seems pretty good. I don't know how many losses we have, but the 2 home games alone have been pretty good showings. I mean, besides the weird ref calls and things like that. But the game I went to on Saturday was good. We played Seattle, and it was almost a tie toward the end. I think until the refs realized that what shouldn't have been a goal was not a goal. But it was good. It was a fun time as always. It's still in the early part of the season, so being in the stadium is way colder than I'm used to. I'm used to being there in like a tank top and shorts.
Yes.
So it's
summer games are the best games.
Yeah. But being in the march has been a lot of fun. That's always kind of nice to march down OTR and go into Washington Park. It's still a fun activity. Highly recommend doing that if you ever get the chance. Beyond that, I played some Lancer on Saturday as well. That's been going pretty good. I think we're nearing the end of Solstice Reign, from what I can tell anyway. But that's been a lot of fun.
Fuck me! Did you see me?
Oh,
whip that shit?
yeah, I saw it just peel out as soon as you smacked it down.
Nope.
Nah, it's master rank, son. You can't pull that shit here.
Yeah.
That weak
Let's
shit out of
go,
my
I'll
house.
See ya.
That's good.
Tell your mama I said hi.
Oh fuck! I always forget whenever I switch from charge blade to dual blades that I'm not the one that I think I'm doing. Here we go. But yeah, my week was good.
Good thing
Oh.
you keep energy drinks top
No,
there.
are we doing the same thing?
Yeah, we just did the same thing. I was like, no, let's do it. Let's risk it. And got away with it.
Yeah. Let's see. My week was pretty good. So we played Monster Hunter last Monday. Last week was really hectic work-wise and life-wise, but it was all in preparation for last weekend, which was a fun weekend getaway for Hannah and myself. We went over to Brown County, Illinois, which you might be asking, what's in Brown County, Illinois? And my response to that is not very much.
Was it
but
actually brown, or was it just in name only?
It was pretty brown because of the weather. I think it's more designed to go during the like summer and fall. But what it is Brown County is a pretty small place with some nice national parks and trails, a couple different villages, and then a good amount of farmland that has been dedicated to wineries. So it's like a micro Napa Valley, except it's Indiana, so they don't really grow very good wine. But
The grapes aren't good over there, I take it?
it was, yeah, it was fine, and it was cheap, and Hannah really had a wonderful time. They had, like, some creative winemaking. So we tried a plum wine, and there was, like, what was it? A Shiraz that was infused with pomegranates. I think they did creative things to make up for the grape quality.
Okay.
But if you had like if you wanted to order like a cab or a Rioja or a I don't know, ooh, oh damn it,
Almost.
you like reared back in it. Like a Chianti, like the classics.
Okay, so it's like they're
Those
doing
were
their
not-
own take on. Is it
Yeah.
so? Is it all like it's not brewed, but is it all like produced there, like all the way through?
Yes. So the Brown County has the wineries, like the vineyards. It also has the facilities, and then in the towns, each town has like 5 or 6 tasting rooms for each of the wineries. So you can basically go to any one of the towns in Brown County and try some stuff. There's also some shopping and stuff, but that's mainly focused on, it feels like, tourist trappy trinkets and stuff. Hannah and I didn't really do any shopping. She
Okay.
kept telling me about the shopping, and I was like, why? I was just perplexed by the notion. Because she went, like, the reason we went was because she had gone previously with her mom and her sister before, and she really loved it. But I was just struggling to comprehend, like, okay, you're going to the middle of Indiana, it's like 2 hours away, and the intention is to shop, but like, what are you buying?
Yeah. What would be different from anywhere else, I guess? Ooh,
Nothing.
lost some
Nothing's
powder.
different. It's all touristy trap crap. But the wine experience, I get it. If you can't get to Napa Valley or wine country in France or Italy, like this is that sort of excursion, but at a $15 per bottle wine price point. So it was nice, and the bread and breakfast was really cute. The food was all right. We went to so the town we were in was Nashville, Indiana.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
which-
because the name is a little confusing.
Yeah, I have something to say about that also. But we went to the best steakhouse in Nashville, Indiana, which was also not very good.
I was about to make a joke about it probably being like, so it's like what, a 5 out of 10. Not to,
Yeah,
to
about
ruthlessly
there.
bag on
The
this
nice
this
thing
poor
is, like,
Indian town.
Like, okay, so you go to like a steakhouse in Cincinnati, Tom, and you're thinking for you and your significant other, you're spending like $200, $300.
Yeah.
If you're getting like really nice stuff and a bottle of wine and that stuff.
Yeah, it seems like the
I
average
think
price.
Our meal was $100. So that, in that regard, that's nice. We got a pork chop with the belly still attached, tomahawk style.
Oh.
That we shared between the two of us, and that was like $28. Which I think would normally be like $100 thing.
Yeah, it
So-
seems nice because it's cheaper, but it probably tells a little
Yeah.
bit more about the quality of what you're actually getting.
That, and then the place itself was like, they had really poor ventilation, so we went in and we thought there was a fire because of how smoky the fucking place was. And I was like, how does like the kitchen staff, like Hannah and I were both like, how does the kitchen staff like survive in these conditions? And it's like, oh, it's Indiana, like they don't have labor laws, whatever. well, that sucks. We met the owner. They were very, very big about how veteran owned they are.
Oh,
Which,
okay.
I mean, I don't give a shit about, but
Yeah, that's fine.
We were like looking at stuff, and they had like everyone who came in who was a veteran somewhere had like a patch of one of their units that they put on this wall that the owner had. And I looked at it, and there was a fucking LAPD patch on there, and I was
Oh,
like, "Hold
no.
on." Okay, I get the political climate this is. Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Technically a veteran, just not of any military unit.
Yeah, and also likely a shithead.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, it's Indiana. I'm not like surprised by it. I say all this like having friends who grew up in. Oh, are we capturing or are we?
I think you get more points when you catch. So,
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I just saw that it got hit by a trap, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't causing a problem.
No, I mean, it doesn't have the head anyway.
Oh, true. Oh, I want the pieces. Give me the pieces.
Yeah, give me the goods. But yeah, it was. The other thing, the dickhead owner had a quote up on the wall, and Hannah and I were spending most of our meal trying to figure out who the author of the quote is, and then Hannah figured it out. It's the owner's quote.
Oh, okay. And
So
that
up
like
on the wall, it was like a picture of him in the Marines or whatever, and like his sword from being in uniform or whatever. And then it said, Hannah can correct me on the quote, but it's like, I drew my sword. You know what? Hold on. We got a second. I'm going to actually just look it up.
yeah, we got time.
I made sure I took a note. I drew my sword in support of the violated dignity and rights of human nature. So let me break that down.
Okay.
It says /JPJ. First off, not a great quote. That like I drew my sword in support of. It should be in defense of the dignity, not in support of the violation of the dignity. It's not great grammar.
Oh,
Second
yeah,
of
no, that's a
all-
really good point, actually. That's
Second of
really
all,
bad.
we're like, it's like presented as if it's some author. So Hannah and I were like, what author or what like philosopher or president or someone was JPJ? And we were spending our time like scratching around, and then the owner like comes out and introduces himself. And
I was about to
he's
ask
on
if he did that, because that's like the
on
triple
a-
crown of
like, on-
weird
on
restaurant
the-
owners.
The owner's like, he had a uniform up on the wall, one of his uniforms, and there it showed like the initials JPJ. I was like, what kind of knobhead move?
Yeah,
is it
that's
to,
like a really weird, like... I mean, you can be proud of your restaurant, but dog, if you have a quote by yourself up on the wall, and you
Yeah.
meet people in the same fashion, it's like, you just know he's...
someone else
compensating.
needs to quote you. It's like a nickname.
Exactly. It's like
Give yourself a nickname.
if you write an autobiography and you are also the foreword in your own autobiography, that's a little bit of a weird fucking move. Unless it's like a
Yeah.
funny joke and it's like satirical. I don't.
Yeah, or if it's
it
like
doesn't
a
read well.
dedication, maybe.
Yeah,
But it's
exactly.
not like for someone to write the forward and be like, "This autobiography changed my life." The life that I wrote in this autobiography.
Great idea, Bender. Thanks, Bender. Like, what? Yeah, that's like I was gonna say, even like outside of like the political weirdness with the patches, like just the quote from yourself on the wall is sort of like a I don't know, it's just tacky.
It's
just not great.
It's definitely a mid move. Yeah, boom headshot. It was funny. It was like still overall a great time. And the chop
Yeah.
house wasn't like a bad experience. It was just that was funny. Oh, the other thing, Hannah wanted me to mention this. They did a shrimp cocktail. It was grilled shrimp, and the shrimp was served hot, but the cocktail sauce was served cold, and it was weird.
That
We
is
basically just
that
like
is weird.
waited for it to get to room temperature because
That is kind of a weird. I remember the first time I had one, like as a kid, and I was like, "Why are the shrimp cold?" And then I realized, well, it's kind of part of the appeal, and like you
Yeah.
can't. It has to either be all one or the other. That's
yeah, mixing your temps like that is to me not
for
ideal.
shrimp specifically. It's a weird move.
Yeah. But yeah, would I recommend someone going to Brown County if you want to do a weekend getaway in wine country for less than $500 for two people?
It does sound
It-
fun for that. Yeah.
It hits that price point, but there are just better options out there, I think. But Hannah was really happy, so it was absolutely worth it.
That
We
does
did
sound
go-
fun.
I
Yeah.
do want to shout out, because the Chop House was weird. There was another restaurant that Hannah specifically wanted to go to. We had a reservation at, called the Bird's Nest, which did a fucking bomb-ass brunch. That one was real good. Shout out to the Bird's Nest. Everything they offer has a in-house made, like everything they do is in-house. So they do their own catsup, they do their own soda, they do all of their vegan options. I don't think they use anything except for maybe Beyond Burger meat. But all the other vegan options, like if there's an alternative for the chicken, they make that with an in-house mushroom protein. And that's what I had. I had like a
Oh.
breaded chicken sandwich, but it was a vegan chicken sandwich, and it was
Right.
delicious.
I'll be back in a minute.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had a Beyond Burger before. I think I've tried.
Really?
I don't know if it was.
Impossible.
Yeah, maybe it was Impossible. It was one of like the really early adoptions of it. I tried one of those, and it was like it was okay. But the problem I had with like some of the ones I had was like it has a very like a burnt carbon kind of taste. Like it's trying to mask like the grill taste of a burger. Does it kind of have?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like does it still have
Yeah.
that?
I didn't experience that when I had the Beyond Burger. It might be some of how it's prepped, because you
Oh,
can
yeah.
sear it like meat, but that also means you can over sear.
Right, because it's not. It doesn't have the same like proteins in it. It's
Yeah.
something else. Am I still tracking the right monster? Or no.
I was going after Dodo Garon, but it left. It fucked off.
Okay, yeah, I had it set to that, and all of a sudden I was just going somewhere I didn't
All
recognize.
right,
Oh.
Great Gyros.
Okay, so I am in the right spot. I need to eat food because I don't have my stamina buff. That sounds like fun. I thought about doing like little weekend getaways for things like a friend said Louisville's pretty fun if you go down to that part of Kentucky. It's supposed to be like actually like a pretty good like weekend trip. There's like enough stuff to do down there.
Yeah, you gotta make the time to do stuff like that. Like I know we're going to New Orleans, which is gonna be a lot of fun. But when you get some time on your own to go exploring, I think you've talked to, and the reason I say this is because I think you've talked to me about it before, that you want to travel more, but you're never really 100% sure where you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, I've had like that's also why like the stuff like the New Orleans trip and like all of our other planned trips has always been like I like when other people have things that I can sort of just attach myself to. There are things that I think I like want to do, but like as time goes on, I just kind of like haven't thought about travel as much. Travel for me is something that just sort of like happens, which is still better than not traveling at all. But yeah, it's one of those things where like outside of just Chicago last year, there's not a whole lot of like impromptu trips I ever think about taking. And it's not that like my work schedule is a problem by any means. I can take the time off. It's just I think about like, okay, well, I'll go here for this show or for this one event, but I don't usually have enough to fill a weekend. I don't
Yeah.
if I'm going by myself or like with one other friend, I usually don't have enough to plan that everyone would be involved in.
I gotcha. Yeah, I think Hannah and I are pretty booked up for this year. But I'd be once we get like through our trips for this year, I'd be interested in talking about what everyone wants to do next year. Oh, that's the other thing. So everyone wish Hannah a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Hannah. I already
Her
did earlier,
birthday-
but happy birthday.
Yeah, it was Friday the 10th, National Mario Day.
It was National Chris
and-
Pratt Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
and for her, so that was part of this trip. It was her birthday trip. But I also got her a Oru Lake Plus foldable kayak, which is an ultra light foldable kayak. Our
saw
friend
that.
Raheem turned me onto it. Oh fuck! Turned me onto it when we visited him in Seattle last year, and we're gonna be going back to Seattle this year. And the plan is to like have those as our not carry-on luggage. Fuck. But our whatever you call it. Our
Oh,
luggage.
checked bag or?
Yeah, take it to Seattle with us and do some kayaking with the group with our kayaks. We do enough kayaking every year that every year I'm like, maybe I should buy a kayak. And then this year was the year that I was like, fuck it, like let's
Yeah,
go.
just pull the trigger on it and do it. Not a bad idea. Door stuck. Very good. Cheryl is asking, how was TTRPGs? Did you play any this weekend, Cameron? I don't remember.
I actually did. Oh yes! Oh, hold on.
Nice.
Did you see me knock that shit out? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I didn't play a ton because we were traveling. I had one game. I did set on Saturday morning. I did the third session
Oh, right.
of Dragon of Icefire Peak, which was fun. Everyone was able to make it. It was a really good time. The party finished, not quite finished because they don't count as finished until you turn them in, but they have they finished up their second quest that they got. Dragon of Icefire Peak is structured like a job board. So you get to the town of Phandalin, and the mayor has things like a list of.
Oh, in Phandalin, nice.
So this one was go to Gnomengard, a gnome kingdom, little gnome kingdom, and see if they have any supplies or magical tools that we could use to help us against the dragon that is threatening Phandalin. And can I make it with this without too far away? Oh no, I did make it. Nice. So they go to Gnomengard, and they're exploring it, and they meet the kings, and so it's two husbands. One of them has essentially saw a shapeshifter of some sort, and I guess I'm going to try and say it generally, so I'm not like spoiling the game. Got to sharpen.
Same.
They saw something, and they're super paranoid about getting eaten, and they're trying to protect their other husband. So you have to convince them that you killed the shape changer, and the party did, and then showed them the corpse and that stuff. And that's a little quest. It's a little like level 1, level 2-ish quest. So it was fun. It was short. It was different running it because I wasn't doing it with my 3 monitors and all my notes and stuff. It was just like on my laptop with limited bed and breakfast Wi-Fi. But it was a good time.
Sounds like a pretty tiny adventure, know what I'm saying? Anyway, thanks for coming to stream, everyone. This is the last time I'll ever be allowed on the internet.
Yeah, tip your waitress.
That sounds good, though. It's funny, every time I think of Phandalin, that area of the Sword Coast has been permanently etched into my brain as the events of what happens in the Adventure Zone, because it happens and takes place in Phandalin. So every time someone says, like, oh yeah, we're doing like this blah, 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 whatever, official 5e content, it's funny that I'm getting to the point now where I can like recognize a lot of town names.
I didn't realize that Adventure Zone did the Forgotten Realms. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, so it starts there because it originally just started out as them just doing official content, and then I think once they got bigger, they realized they had to make it custom, or else they're paying Wizards a lot of money for that.
Did you fall off the Adventure Zone?
So I have listened through all of Balance, obviously, and all of Amnesty, and I listened to part of Graduation and a lot of the live events. I have not, where am I going? Oh, I have not listened in a couple of years now, just because I was kind of giving it a break, because I heard Graduation wasn't doing all that well. So I haven't really listened in a couple of years, but I have a special place in my heart for Taz Balance. Why is my controller messing up? One sec. But no, I have not listened in some time. Who are we doing next?
I said Rathalos.
Rathalos? Okay.
I think Rathalos is the newest one.
God, even the small creatures down here suck.
Yeah, they're little shitheads.
Little effluvia, yeah,
I'm
lizard.
like trying to open my map
Gyros.
and they're fucking me up. Alright.
Oh, I can't use my tail rider. Lame.
I know,
Okay.
it's the worst.
Fine. That's fine. I'm so spoiled by it.
Learn
Oh,
routes and stuff. Thanks everyone for the birthday
yeah.
wishes.
Hey, Finn and Poe. Hey, Devil Joe.
I'll
Guns
wish
Pony.
Hannah happy birthday.
Oh, wait. We got bugs down here. Hell yeah. I love... The one thing I do like about guiding lanes is they added more wedge beetles. So the vertical mobility is like... They started to add it in like the original maps before Iceborne. But I love that they added more wedge beetles so you can like get around things a lot quicker.
But yeah, that was my TTRPG stuff. Black Knight, did you play anything this weekend?
Nope.
Did we talk about Black Knight joining the Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign already?
I think we mentioned it last Monday, but I don't know if we've talked about it.
Okay, then yeah,
At length, maybe?
that was the last time. Yeah, he's joining. He's gonna finish the fight. He saved
Just like Master Chief.
the Goliath
shit.
from Zorventroth, and now he's gonna
Destroyed.
basically do the same thing with Yithrin. But yeah, that was all the TTRPG stuff I did over the weekend. I know, Tom, you played some stuff.
Yeah, so before I die over here, I did play some Lancer this weekend. Like I said, I'm playing through a group I found on PilotNet, which is the official Lancer Discord group.
Such a good name for a Discord, by the way.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I fucking love it. Because the first time I read it, I was like, what? PilotNet? And then I realized, oh, right, because it's all the people who would be in the mechs. Yeah, very good. So we're playing through Solstice Reign, which is one of the official modules by Tom and Miguel, I think, are the two writers. Everyone jokingly says it's all written by Tom Lancer. So I forget their names a lot. But we're playing through Solstice Reign, and I think we are at the last combat or second to last combat of that module.
Essentially, it's the beginner box. It's the introductory experience.
Yes.
Familiar.
It's the second, I think, official like pre-written like adventure / module, whatever. The first one was a whole campaign called No Room for a Wallflower. This is like their second official like released content of anything that's not just like a supplement book.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so it's essentially it's the beginner box. It's a little bit more straight into the action than the campaign one is. But it's been good. It's my first time playing the system. After a few sessions now, I'm a lot more used to it. I have a better idea of what I'm capable of doing and like how the sessions go, and it's been really nice. It's so as crunchy as D&D in terms of action economy, and it's a little bit more straight into the stuff people are kind of showing up more for mech games versus fantasy stuff.
Yeah, I would love to check it out sometime. I know my plate's pretty full right now, but at some point, I'm very interested in checking Lancer out and getting to play it.
Yeah, my hope, as I say every stream, and of course I make about the same progress every time, except for last week. My goal is to run some open table Lancer stuff for the Arbitrary Hero Discord. Once I get my
cool.
Yeah, once I get used to Foundry and get some of the system set up, I'm pretty much there. Now I'm just trying to get in all the preloaded assets and templates and kind of just work through what I expect to be the first few technical problems. Because if I can get it set up to where I can reuse it, I can give that template to other people, I think. Which would be super cool.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played I haven't played World like or not religiously, but like I haven't hardcore played World in a year or two, but I still remember all the combat maneuvers, which said something
Why am I
about
diving?
yeah, that's like a once a week thing. I haven't played it like.
It's okay, Black Knight, because I usually only ever play it about once a week, and that's right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yep.
what other way to play video games is there?
Fair enough.
Oh, did we?
Oh, is he dead?
Oh, nope, someone put him
Oh.
to sleep. It's been, so I think the one problem with streaming is that it's maybe not consider playing Monster Hunter as much off stream because I've spent so much time trying to catch up on other things.
Yeah.
Which in similar news, that's what I forgot to mention. I beat Metroid Prime Remastered finally, so my game's
I saw
queue
not
should be
just
cleared.
beat you 100%.
I did. So I got 100% of items. I didn't get 100% of the scans. And anyone that's played Metroid Prime or done or tried to get all the scans before probably knows the one I missed, or the two that I missed. But I did get all the items, and I did 100% it. So that was fun. I think it's a really good remaster. If you ever been interested in playing Metroid Prime at all, I highly, highly recommend playing this one. I still love the motion controls, although I think they are definitely goofier than I remember. But I don't know. I like playing with them on. I play that game more as a puzzle game than I do a shooting game. But it was good.
Listening to a conversation today, a game design conversation about like issues in the industry regarding like menu screens and the live service bullshit.
Yeah.
And it made me think of Metroid Prime's fucking bomb-ass opening screen and menu screen. Like, so good. So much theme.
Fucking fantastic, yeah.
And then you have everyone's following the Lancer model of just or not Lancer, Destiny 2 model of just like as much shit on screen in a menu as possible.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, when is the last time you've actually seen a game without like a not no loading screen at all, but like one of the loading screens without like some form of interactivity in it? Because it's been a while since I've seen just looking at a screen and doing nothing.
I mean, I've seen it more recently, but that's because I play older games mostly.
Yeah, fair enough. I also
We got like a bunch of people in the lobby.
Oh yeah, we do. Shit.
Yeah. You don't see it in newer games very often, like just looking at a screen anymore. At least
no.
They...
I also fuck, I should eat something. I'm an idiot. Don't die.
Oh shit, I forgot I should be. I've had to look at my. No, that's not it. Garuas, I don't know if you're watching stream at all or not, but we are currently in some guiding lands. I don't know. Can you have more than 4 people in a guiding lands?
No.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
I was literally about to type them. Yeah, they might just be in the...
Ooh, what is this? Oh, I thought it was golden. Did I get the tail? I got the tail. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I've seen something like that. I saw a kind of a funny picture the other day of like, for people who have ever played like Destiny, Destiny especially, I think started it. But if you go to like your character equipment screen, there's like a very specific layout of how that looks and how a bunch of like live service games nowadays have that. I think like Anthem and maybe like Outriders and a bunch of other games
all
have
of
it.
them. I think
Yes.
all of them are mimicking that layout. The new whatever.
Yeah,
fucking,
the full profile picture of your character, and then like all the boxes next to them for all of your different gear slots and like your power level, your item level. Which, funnily enough, comes from World of Warcraft, which does not have that interface.
Yes, and it feels predatory in the same way that casinos do.
Yes.
In
Well,
that-
yeah, the loot box stuff, I think, especially. Are you talking about the way that presentation is there?
They make it super easy to the easiest thing to do in any live service loading screen is to go to the purchase loot option.
Oh yeah, no, that for sure. The way that they do tabs has been especially bad as of late with a lot of those games. Even Fall Guys has something similar to that. I mean, from like a UI standpoint, it was a really smart decision in terms of being informative, but we have so many of those games now that it's just like, it's like when someone is playing an open world, like a new AAA open world game, and they show me their map, I'm just like, oh god, my brain instantly wants to go to sleep. I cannot look at how many, like looking at the Horizon sequel map, like, I bet it's a lot of fun if you like that system, but I have too much of an adult schedule for that. I cannot finish all those things.
And I think people are tricked into liking it. I think Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring demonstrated that people actually like large maps that don't have thousands of icons on them.
Yeah, specifically, I think it's not so much that there's too much content because my other side tangent about that is that like it is side content for a reason, but I think the way that people, holy shit, he just shot me out of midair. The way that they talk about and like they kind of like incentivize doing all of the side content makes it so that side content feels, you know, not actually mandatory, but might as well be. But yeah, I think like the, you know, it's the icon. It's not so much that there's like too much stuff to do. It's that, you know, people are kind of tricked or, you know, feel guilty about not doing all of it. Generally, I don't think that there's actually like a psyop for that or anything. It's just, you know, I would do more side content if I had the time. I just don't.
Yeah. No, Hi-Fi Rush showed me that what I really want is a short, great game.
Ugh, I'm pinned.
And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's been on my list. But after Prime and after doing Dead Space, I'm pretty much done with all the immediate games I wanted to finish.
You think?
Yeah, I think, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, guess what?
Soon.
We're making another Earthbound, and I'll be like, well, bye. See you in 2 months.
We're making the like 5th remake of Resident Evil 4.
No, this one's the first remake. All the others were
I know.
remasters.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Not the same.
So it's under. People in the industry have gotten their copies. It's currently under embargo. But we'll have to see when the embargo is lifted.
Yeah. Gunspony actually asks, excited about the new RE4. I mean,
despite my cynicism, and because I think I talked about it on live streams before, how I'm like, it didn't need a remake.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But yeah, but I mean, if they're gonna do it, I'm like, okay, well, you know, if I get around to
I
it.
got to the point where it's like, I'd rather play Resident Evil 4 than the fucking Suicide Squad game. Like,
oh God, yeah. I read some
fucking bullshit.
I was gonna say, yeah, of like the Destiny clone UI loot games. Yeah, that's apparently that's kind of suffering from it pretty badly. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, RE4. That's one of those games that I never finished all the way through, but I've watched enough people play it all the way through.
Yeah.
Without RE4, I would never play Dead Space, so I always have a deep respect for that game.
And it's not, that one's also not a super long game. Like, you can pick up the remake.
Yeah.
And you'll play it, and ideally, if they didn't fuck it up, you'll play it, you'll enjoy it for 15 hours, and then you'll be like done. Or you can play it again. But it's not it's nice that it's not a fucking 50 to 100 hour time.
Yeah, it seems like I'm really glad that I got 2 of my favorite games as remakes or remasters this year, because they were the right amount of hours per each game that I felt like it's long enough, but it's also an accomplishable task. It's not like, you know, trying to beat a whole MMO.
And this might be me being hopeful. I think games as live service as an industry trend is on the downtrend.
Yeah.
I think it's like when, right, and it's no one's fault. It's human nature. We're all fucking greedy little pigs suckling at the teat whenever we can. But like, right, a game design studio comes out with a new kind of interesting original concept, and it does really, really well. And then all the other publishers point to the studios that they have, and they're like, do that, make us, we want that money. They made money, we can make money doing the same thing. And certain times it works, and certain times it's not a solid concept. So, like, games like live service to me is the same thing as MMORPGs. There's only so many hours in a human being's day.
Yeah.
You can't, like Destiny and
Fear
Destiny
missing
2
out is live
Overwatch 2, like the idea of them making a game that will make them infinite money because people will play it forever and will buy infinite cosmetics for it and all that shit. Like, we can look at that and we can say that that is ridiculous and not going to happen.
Or even
But-
for me, it's just keeping up with like the expansions and content, right? Like
Yeah.
I've been on both sides where if I'm the person who is, you know, constantly caught up because I had the time, I like more stuff. But at the same time, if I'm not someone who has the time to be able to keep up, you know, people have been trying to bridge that gap, right? Like, well, if not everyone's going to have the time, then what do the people who do have the time get? It's like, well, there's a way to do both, I think. But the problem is also just the expectation of those games hasn't changed since, I said it before, but like literally World of Warcraft was one of those games, right? You have
Yeah.
an expansion every other year, I think.
The original.
Or
And look,
was.
nothing has been able to, for like 15 years, nothing's dethroned World of Warcraft.
Right. I
Because
mean,
everyone who likes that type of game is gonna play World of Warcraft because that's where all their shit is. I guess like Final Fantasy 14 has.
well, I was gonna say
the
games like
closest,
Destiny and some others like have done that well. It's not that those games haven't, right? It's not. I don't think it's about beating World of Warcraft anymore. I think it's about making a live service game that is like in those top like 10 or 15 games that people want to play often enough, because they've gotten to the point now where they know, especially like I keep using Destiny as an example, but like there's plenty of times in Destiny where it's like we know people aren't going to keep playing even in like the off season when like the new content is over. We know that half of the people coming back for every expansion are people that played before and then quit for, you know, whatever amount of time. And so even the industry has evolved to know like, well, people don't have time to do this all the time, right? Or at least not, you know, not as many people as we'd like to be actively concurrently playing. So they make that content knowing like, well, for the people who haven't just been getting on every single day, how do we bring those people back, right? How do we onboard those people and be like, hey, remember all the stuff you did before? Here's how to quickly get back to, you know, the place you were at without having to feel like you have another 50 hours to get back into it. And like, I don't know, I struggle with that because I'm also someone who, as much as we're using Destiny as the example, I also do want to play Destiny. I miss having time to play those games, but I'm also just like, yeah, I know if I start, it'll be the only thing that I want to do, and then I just start prioritizing that more than anything else. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where I'm going with my point. Not that I ever do, but yeah, I kind of agree. I think the live service stuff is like, in short,
Black
like,
Knight, are you going?
Yeah, I've got stuff to take care of, but that
are you heading out?
Yep, that was good.
All right. Have
yeah.
a good one,
Yeah.
dude.
Thanks for hanging
You
out.
too. Yeah, I'll add a comment to this whole live service thing real quick though.
Yeah.
It's often that like, at least in my experience with live services, it's been like Destiny was one of the bigger ones, which left me with a bit of a dislike for MMOs,
Yeah.
except for a few. But the fear of missing out is really strong in those type of games.
Yes.
As
Oh
well.
yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's kind of, yeah, that's my feeling on it. Like, I want to stay up, but there's so
Other
many of them
things.
now that I can't just pick one and be like, yep, this is my game.
Mm-hmm.
This is home.
Right.
Yeah, I guess
Anyway.
my closest to it is Monster Hunter games.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there has, as far as I'm aware, there's not been a game that has been a actual competitor to Monhan just yet.
Yeah.
Wild
I
Hearts,
mean, there have been
eh,
tries. I guess Wild Hearts is the
Dauntless,
closest one. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about
they-
these last week, too.
yeah, nothing really comes close.
No.
Anyway, that's what I
Alright.
had before I left. So
Yeah.
have a good night.
Have a good one.
Happy guy,
dude.
man.
Yeah, we are still hunting. We got 3 in the guiding lands. We got more in the lobby, I think. So come hunt
I
with
need to
us.
get out of here because I have Dragon.
Let's see what other stuff has been going on. Oh, speaking of TTRPG stuff, it's not TTRPG that I did over the weekend, but I am running this weekend. Strahd
outta
Must
here.
Die, essentially Curse of Strahd as a one-shot adventure, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Is this like an epic to like cap off the rest of Ravenloft, or is this like
no,
a official
this
book?
is like an epilogue. It's the epic. The cap was really the Aslan Rex thing. This was in one of the adventures. They went to they went to Barovia and they met Strahd, and he said, at some point you must come. I must have you for dinner, and you should tell me about your adventures.
Hmm.
So
He wants
one
to
of
eat
our
you for
players-
dinner.
Yeah. Well, yeah. One of our players, Osprey specifically, was like really intrigued. It was just like an offhand comment kind of thing, but he was like intrigued by that invitation. So it's like I'll run it as an adventure. Basically, we'll do. Strahd will invite everyone for dinner. He'll try and kill everyone, and you've got 4 hours to kill Strahd.
Oh,
Osprey,
real.
unfortunately, can't make that adventure.
Oh no.
But it's a bit of the Avernus crew. So Nate, Craig, and Danny all signed up for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then Craig actually signed up a little late. It was originally 5 people, and then Craig signed himself up as number 6. I was like, ah, fuck it, I'll run it for 6 people. Why not? And then 2 of our players, El Gilead and Matt, who's been running the Tyranny of Dragons stuff. They've been here for almost all the Domains of Dread, so they signed up for it, and then we got.
Oh,
a new
nice.
player also. So it'll be a good group. It is. So it's basically chapter 4 from Curse of Strahd, and chapter 4 is all about Castle Ravenloft. So what the way I've structured it is, the intro is a little scene that introduces the castle. They come have dinner. We fast forward through dinner. Dinner's really nice. Strahd's a wonderful host. At the end of it, he reveals that he's intending to kill everyone. And his big thing is he likes to hunt his prey. So they can't escape Castle Ravenloft. It's 4 hours until planar midnight. So we start at 8 p.m. EST.
Is that when the
and
planes align?
Yeah. We start at 8 p.m. EST and we'll go till midnight. And at midnight, wherever they are, Strahd will come and try and fight them.
Oh, is this like a real-time thing?
Yes.
Oh.
In those 4 hours, they will be given some clues to find 3 treasures that will help them in their fight against Strahd. So they have 4 hours to like explore the castle, get the tools they need to try and get the best chance against Strahd. And then in those times, they can also meet Strahd early if they do. There's certain things going on. But it's basically Curse of Strahd condensed into a one-shot experience. I had learned about this from someone else. A lot of people run it. There's the Curse of Strahd subreddit. Every Halloween, they do it as an epic, where a bunch of people sign up and they all hunt Strahd together, and I thought that was really fun.
That's cool.
I have buffed Strahd up. So my Strahd is normally, I believe, CR 15. My Strahd is CR 21. Because I'm running it against 6 level 9s, of which all of them have magic items. And one of them, like Nate's he's like, oh, we're gonna hunt Strahd. I'm gonna run a Zealot Aasimar, so all my attacks will do radiant damage, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right, well fuck, if you're bringing the guns out, listen, this is a one shot. I don't care if I kill you all. I'm gonna bring the guns out. We'll do some old school antagonistic DMing for this one.
And as soon as his first attack doesn't land, he's gonna quit. I've always thought about doing that and just being like, wow, this game is rigged. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm done. But yeah, so Nate has that. One of the characters found a Sunblade, which is not the Sun Sword from Curse of Strahd, but it's like a mini Sun Sword.
Right.
So they have like ways of dealing radiant damage. It's 6 players, and at 6 players, the action economy gets a little fucky.
Yeah,
so
it gets really busy.
I buffed up Strahd's legendary actions, layer actions, and gave him multiple reactions the way they did Vecna. Most recently, the Vecna stat block. So it's CR21 Strahd, but I feel like there's a 25% chance that I have overtuned Strahd. There's about a 25% chance that he's just right, and I feel like there's a 50% chance that they still kind of just dunk on him.
That's pretty good odds. I mean,
So
generally
we'll
speaking.
see. My plan is I might do this multiple times and just tweak Strahd each time, and that would be like a fun thing to like give everyone a chance to hunt Strahd and see who does it the best.
Yeah, I like that.
but yeah, I'm running that this weekend. Tanner is finishing up his second Radiant Citadel adventure, which I'm looking forward to. God's Breath, which is a really cool civilization based on rural Black America. Fuck me, Ebony came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Ebony is doing a lot of damage.
And by out of nowhere, I mean I saw him coming a mile away, and I was in the middle of a charge. I was being a greedy bitch. But like, have you read like Beloved?
Kind
of gothic horror, black gothic horror.
It sounds vaguely familiar. I've probably seen it referenced before, but I don't think I've ever read it. No.
Do you know the show Lovecraft Country?
Oh, we talked about this last week. Yeah, I've never seen it, but I've heard it's very good. Yeah.
Okay, so it's that sort of theme, that like rural Black America with crazy hauntings and crazy shit going on.
Oh, okay. I like this as a setting. I think that works really well.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been really fun. I'm looking forward to finishing that adventure on Friday. It's actually a pretty busy weekend. Rime of the Frost Maiden on Monday or Saturday morning, doing some Ada Noruz celebration on
oh yeah, that's
Saturday
right.
during the day. It's a bit early, but since we're gonna be in the Bahamas, dang it, we're doing it at my aunt's house. And then Strahd Saturday night, and then more Waterdeep Dragon Heist Sunday, which is really exciting. Nate's not here, and Ian, I don't know. Well, let's see. Ian, are you watching Star Wars?
Yeah. Everyone text Star Wars to 55555 now to have Ian show up in chat.
Yeah. We'll see if he's watching. If he's not watching, then I'll spoil something.
Oh, Ratha in chat is asking, who is Strahd? What's your quick five on Strahd? Well, I can give my opinion of who Strahd is. I know that Strahd, man, I haven't actually read about Strahd in
oh my god,
years.
he is here.
But, so, Strahd, from what I understand, is like what is supposed to be like a Dracula equivalent, and I know as soon as I say that, people will be like, "It's not the case." I'm like, okay, well.
No, that's basically it. You're right.
Yeah, so Strahd is essentially like the D&D, the Forgotten Realms equivalent, quote-unquote equivalent to Dracula. He is the story of Strahd, I believe, is he was like a general or some high-ranking military official who was like really like ruthless in battle, and I think he I don't know if he was like known for being especially like brutal to his enemies, but essentially was like very cunning man, very smart, very strong, and somehow becomes the like lord of I believe it's Barovia specifically, which is like his domain of dread, and he takes a dark gift or some dark deal where once he's done with the military, he's cursed to stay on like his last or most bloodiest battlefield of all time. I think it's something around there, but basically he's like Dracula, but he's got a lot more rules to him, and he has a lot more like cunning devices and things about him. He's not just like this, scary token bad villain. He's a little bit more Vlad the Impaler than like Castlevania's Dracula.
Yeah, he's in terms of Dungeons and Dragons villains, he's probably the second most iconic after Vecna.
I would say so, yeah.
He's a Dark Lord, and the thing, I know he's like chasing down the hall.
Why? What did I do?
The thing about the domains of dread and their Dark Lords is they're both like absolute rulers of their domain of dread and trapped by it.
Yes, yeah. That was the thing I was forgetting to say is being a ruler of a domain of dread means usually getting some kind of great gift for a very dark cost, very monkey's paw.
Yeah, so we did all our domain of dread exploring last year, and like I said, the players have been to Barovia before, and now they're going back on this dinner invitation. So yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Defense. Yeah, Ian, hey, what's up? If Ian's here, then I'm not going to spoil the.
Hey, Ian. Thanks everybody in chat for texting Star Wars to 55555.
Yeah,
We really
it.
appreciate the support of our new telethon style bat signal, essentially. Oh man. Well, he's still doing a lot of damage to us, but we're fucking him up there for a second.
Yeah, I'm coming bad. The convenient thing, he's right outside the camp. So
Fucking
once he
I'll heal in her face.
dunks on you, it's not
Yeah.
that hard.
Not that hard to get back, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forget. This is guiding lands, right? So we don't have a
There's no limit on
risk. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ben Barrow. Please do anything. Or
Do
not.
something.
Or just sit there and roar. That's cool. Oh, no, he's leaving. To be fair, Ben Barrow, I don't blame you. I would too.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a
Not
healing
wrong.
booster. I will say I do like Otogarin though. For as annoying as they can be,
Yeah.
I do like them. They're very cool. Meat dog. Ugh, fuck off, Ben Barrow, seriously.
Have you been enticed by the D&D movie at all?
Not really. I saw one clip that I actually did think was kind of funny, but like, I mean, I might see it on like streaming or something, unless people really want to get a group together. I don't have any love for it.
Well, that's actually, I forgot. I read about that today. On March 19th, I guess Amazon Prime members will get to stream the movie.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
Before it comes out. I don't know what sort of distribution deal they have. But yeah, I was gonna like maybe put something together for.
Yeah, if it's on like streaming, I wouldn't mind doing that. I will say, like, I think the humor does seem a little bit better than the only other existing D&D movie, which was trying to be very self-serious in the early 2000s. It seems like it has a chance. Like, I'd give it a shot. I think it's been enough time since the OGL stuff that I'm willing to engage with that stuff again. I'm a little skeptical, but I'd be willing to watch it.
Yeah. No, Ian, we weren't going to talk Mandalorian. I haven't watched it. We were going to talk Max's Mad Myth Mercenaries, Waterdeep stuff. But no worries.
Well,
maybe we'll put a little group together for if we can see if we can figure out how to do a watch party for.
Yeah. Ian, since you are here, I'll ask the spoiler questions. Is there going to be an NPC in the campaign whose name is actually Max, and this is his whole like plan? Because I would love to see that. That he's actually going to be like the mastermind behind all of their adventures. He's the real Max.
So Max is in the campaign because
he's in his own campaign as a character.
Before Max left as the dungeon master, we were like the original plan. So Max was running it, and then he was like, "I need to take breaks between running it," and I was like, "Okay, I can run maybe in the off time. Would you want to play?" So he created a PC called Maximus, which is the exact same PC from Avernus. Max has some weird canon about how that works.
Chat, let me know if you also just saw that. Sorry not to interrupt, but I jumped down like a 2-story cliff from Ben Barrow, and then like 10 seconds later, he threw a log down both stories at me. Scared the shit out of me. Sorry, yeah. So you're saying he's in the campaign as a character after taking breaks?
Yes, there is an NPC. It's essentially a player character named Maximus, who's the same Maximus from Avernus. This is before he went to Avernus in Max's canon.
Okay.
In Waterdeep. He just, since he's not playing, they don't do anything.
Right. Interesting.
God
okay.
Damn. Tempered Ebony Odogron is whooping on me.
Ian says you can talk Mandalorian. I assume that's where you were going. I can come back later.
No, yeah, I haven't seen any of the new season. I don't know.
I have not seen any of the new Star Wars shows. I mean, it's not surprising to anyone. I don't usually make a lot of time to watch stuff. I did start watching today, though, Tabby was watching the Lost in Space Netflix. I think it's Netflix
Oh, is that good?
reboot. It's better than I was gonna give it credit for. That's for sure. Yeah. I know it's pretty interesting. It's got me like, I'm pretty compelled by it so far. I've also kind of been like watching it while like working on some database stuff for work, so I'm not sure how much I've absorbed, but I don't know. It seems pretty interesting.
I wasn't a big Lost in Space fan. The show came out way before we were born. I remember there was a movie in the early 2000s or late 90s.
Yeah, I only know some
bad.
tropes. I don't actually know very much about the original show, but it seems like it's one where you don't really need to know that much.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, there's probably some references and things, but I think that they know the majority of their audience is kind of younger than the show itself.
Yeah. But it's cool that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. What else I was watching? There's new... of course, the shows I do watch are really short because I've got time for them. There's a new season of Agretsuko on Netflix. And there's a...
Really?
Yeah, there's also a whole season of Way of the House Husband, which I still need to finish. That is a
The
fucking...
first season, or you mean there's a whole new season?
A new season. Or at least a new
shit.
set of episodes of Way of the House Husband.
I
Yeah.
have fallen off my
I
Netflix anime, and I like
fucking
both
love that
of
show.
those shows a lot.
Yes, yeah. I'm a big fan of both of those shows. I like the short form Netflix animes. I like the regular shows too. I like a good hour-long prestige show, but I just haven't had a lot of time to watch them lately.
Yeah, Hannah and I have gotten burnt out on those. She's gotten back into Scrubs. She's watching Scrubs again.
That's a good
which just
brain off
reminded me
show.
How good Scrubs was.
It really is. It's got a solid a solid arc from start to
Yeah.
finish. I think it was a show I kept on in the background a lot as a kid.
And then, I'm trying to think. We've been reading more. That's something we did at the bed and breakfast. So Hannah's book club, her next meeting is next Saturday. And I finished the book club book, which is called The #1 Ladies Detective Agency, which is about a woman in Botswana, Africa, who...
Not
opens up-
not Botswana, Indiana.
No, not
Sorry.
Botswana, Indiana. Oh, that.
Done
I
with
was
the
gonna
dumb
talk about
jokes.
that. All right, we'll get back to the book, but this is a good segue.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Nashville, Indiana. If you are a small town and you're named after a fun city, change your fucking name.
You're not allowed.
You're not fooling anyone.
Who do you think
If,
you
like,
are?
If instead of Cincinnati, Ohio, we lived in the same place, but it was called New York, Ohio, I would be the first one on the citizens to change our goddamn name committee. Because, like,
Fuck it.
what are you?
Fuck
What are you
alone.
doing? You're just like making things
Walk out of
complicated
here.
on people trying to book flights and plans. That's all you're doing.
What the?
Oh shit!
Is that a Velcana? Oh my
Yeah.
god. It was asleep in crystal. I thought it was a skeleton. Holy shit. Sorry.
Oh, I missed it. I'll have to watch the live stream.
Yeah, I just like walked by this thing and I was like, protect me, carcass of this dragon. And then all of a sudden it was like, what?
Watch it
Oh,
on
sharpen.
twitch.tv/arbitrary hero.
Yeah. The thing you're already on. Just hit refresh.
All the
Or
action.
wait until later.
Tune in.
What I was going to say is
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's funny you mentioned that because every time I hear of like a small town in like the Midwest that has the name of like a big city, I always wonder if there was a point in time in like the olden days where they thought like, haha, they're gonna get lost using their old-timey map, and then they're gonna think, oh, this must be New York, and then they're gonna get trapped here and spend money. Not that that actually would happen,
could
but
be the only reason, because it is
Yeah.
so stupid.
it doesn't make any sense to call it that when these are likely towns named after
Yeah.
those things were established.
Paris, Kentucky, New Delhi, Ohio, except they pronounce it like idiots because they
Yeah.
pronounce it New Delhi.
That always bothers me because I always pronounce it like the town in India or the city in India, and my mom always corrects me, and I'm like, yeah, but that's stupid.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You understand why you're wrong, Mom, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Roger's sleepy. Hey, Karn, what's up?
Karn. How's it going, Karn?
But yeah, okay. So number one, ladies detective agency. I liked it a lot. I think I struggle a bit with the it's a to me a pretty well written serial detective novel about an African woman, right? A Botswana woman. It seems to authentically depict the lives and the struggles of people. It doesn't play into stereotypes. It seems to reference like real events and things like that. Overall, it seems real good. And then after like I was halfway through the book, I learned that the author is white, and I was like, well, that's
Oh.
interesting.
Huh.
So I need to spend I want to spend some time like digging around about the author a little bit and see like what's up there. I think he is a white Zimbabwean who moved to Scotland. So maybe it's like he's speaking from his own experience as as someone who lived in an African country,
Right.
but is like I haven't found a lot of people saying like, oh, this book is racist or stereotypical, but I also haven't found a lot of black reviewers or African critiques of the book at all. So I thought that was interesting. I just kind of expected some discussion about it somewhere because it seems like it's a pretty popular series in Europe.
Velkana, please. I have not even attacked you. Why the fuck? It's literally just chasing me down.
Yeah.
Over the entirety of the map. God damn
You're
it.
being the opposite of a devil, bro, Velkana.
It's like I'm not even doing damage enough
enough.
to require it.
Oh.
That is,
All
it's
right.
interesting. I wonder, is it like a relatively recent book? Like, has it come out in the last like year?
The first book came out in 1998.
Oh,
And there have been like 30 books in the series. I'm gonna go trap Odogaron.
But I'm sorry, did you say 30 books?
I think 30 since then. Or
Oh.
maybe it's like 20. So my point is it's a series. I don't know the exact number.
Okay, so it's like a serial detective novel series is what it
Yes.
sounds like. Okay. Interesting. I mean, it's an interesting viewpoint. I like it. I mean, the premise doesn't sound bad, but yeah, the author identity seems a little, I don't know. I mean, I guess for 98, that probably makes a lot of sense. It didn't, that's why I asked about the age, because it didn't sound like something that would come out recently and not get a bunch of, comments. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Yeah, we did it. Man, that was a rough fight for me. I was getting bodied by both monsters.
Yeah.
All three, actually.
Odogaron's a dick.
I don't know, something. I guess they just don't like they don't like my fish swords.
Yeah.
Actually, that probably is what it is. They just want my fish swords. Yeah. So what else? What else do we want to hunt, and what else has been going on recently?
I guess let's do let's do Velkana.
Yeah,
we
that would
already
actually make
started it,
sense.
but I was gonna go back after this hunt just
Okay.
to like check out my shit and reset the
I was gonna say
guiding
I
lines a
might
little bit.
change to my charge blade for a little bit. As much as I like dual blades, I can't fast travel during combat. Well, my only question, Capcom, is what am I fighting? Am I fighting something? I don't feel like I'm fighting something.
There's some bug out there just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't fast travel. Fuck you.
Oh, well, this can't. There we go. What's new in chat? For anyone who is still in chat, how are you doing out there, y'all? How's your week? How's your year going? Really, it's already March, which is absolutely bananas to me that it is already March.
It is already March. I'm grateful that Hannah and I got our running habit. We started doing it again, even though it's cold. Because
Yeah, I need to
something
do
about
that.
like getting through February without running again and being like, I'm 1/6 of the way through a whole year, and I haven't been running makes me feel bad.
Yeah, I get that because I enjoy running. I don't do it as like a planned weekly activity. I literally just do it whenever I feel like it or whenever there's like new music I want to like run and listen to. But I feel that because I told myself this past winter I would do more of that, and I did in February. force myself to run with cold weather gear. But I've also my girlfriend recently convinced me / basically handed me a computer with a form to get another gym membership. So I have one and haven't gone in like 3 weeks. So
Are you two workout buddies?
we have not worked out together, no. Possibly. I have not worked out since 2019 probably, like at an actual gym. I've done like workouts on my own since then, but not very often. So maybe it's possible. I need to just do the damn thing and get into the routine.
Yeah.
Been better about routines this year, but exercise is the one that I really want to get down. Come on, let me get that last file. Can I, please, sir, can you just spare a crumb of file? Thank you. Bullshit, I hit you. Okay, well. Boom Headshot says, it's good in playing Destiny 2.
Nice.
Ratha LaRosa says, bummed out by the weather. Yeah, Ratha, I saw your comment in the Discord earlier. I kind of agree. I don't mind that it's cold. I'm kind of glad that this is like the last dregs of spring cold. That's like cold I can deal with. Whoa. What the fuck just happened? Apparently.
Get him, cowboy.
Oh, I fucked that up. He like bucked me into the midair with like a tail swipe, and then I was like getting pushed away, and then I managed to hit my like transform axe swing all in one button, and I got the instant like the instant mount. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, I never really got a handle on mounting in this game. So.
I used to be really good with the clutch claw, and I just like I forgot. Nate always says it whenever he's on for these, and I haven't done it since I was actually playing through most of Iceborne. Once the pandemic hit, I basically just haven't played a lot of World.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to be more consistent about that. Yeah, Ratha, there's a meme that I always think of every spring, and it's like the whole, in the Midwest, there's like 6 different types of like winter, or like fool's spring, and like second winter and all that crap. And I'm like, honestly, it feels more true every year. Some real shit right there.
Global warming, baby.
We had like one day that was like 70, like a week or two ago, and that was interesting. Yeah, really glad I switched to Charge Blade, because these monsters fucking hate me for whatever reason. Nope, okay, that doesn't work either. And all their attacks have become unblockable. God, come on, game. Just let me get one. Can I get one? Nope. I guess there is only 3 of us. That's probably partially why.
I thought there's 4.
Guns20 says they're excited for the new Pokemon update. Scarlet Violet?
Yeah, I've not been following. I mean, I assume there have been updates. But
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Hannah's a quitter and didn't want to finish the rest of Pokemon. Although, just kidding. I don't blame her. I don't blame people for still playing it. Like, I think it's probably a fine Pokemon game now.
I do. I blame you. You're part of the problem. You're enabling. We need to sit Game Freak down and have an intervention, and you just won't do it. We all love you, Game Freak. You've got to learn how to code.
Yeah. I don't know. I talked about it a few months ago, but I'm still of the mindset that I think it was the Pokemon Company putting on some unrealistic expectations for Game Freak. It still could be Game Freak. I actually don't really know. It was just the one take I saw was someone saying like, yeah, it's not. Game Freak did a fine job, right? Because Sword and Shield was pretty okay, the
It's just,
glitches.
Yeah, the yearly release cycle fucks them.
Yeah, and the fact that they were pushing so hard for it again, people were just like, hold on now, they don't have that much time. But again, I don't know. That's just speculation.
Lauren was talking to me about I guess there's a new anime. She's a fan of Pokemon, but she's more a fan of the anime. She stopped playing the game.
Oh, it's wild to me.
She's looking forward to, I guess the next show's gonna follow Ash's daughter.
Oh, interesting.
Lauren is here. Pumpkin.
Hey,
Hey, it's
what's
Lauren.
You are live. We were just talking about you.
A wild Lauren appears.
Ah, my ears were burning.
Yeah,
So-
we were talking about Pokemon, and I was talking about the new anime. That the rumor is that Ash's
God, leave me
daughter
alone.
is gonna be the protagonist.
Okay, interesting.
Karin says their toddler is demanding playtime.
So if that's the rumor, I hope it gives us like a good look into Kanto in the future. We get to re-explore Kanto, but with a twist.
That'd be kind of cool. I'd really dig that. I just want to know. Okay,
So bad.
it's a little weird because we're talking about a character that we know as a 12-year-old. But do you think that the mom is going to be someone we haven't met yet, or they're going to be like, it was Blink. He got back together with Blink. as an
Who's
adult."
that character? It's Blank.
Who's that
No.
Prego?
Honestly, what I think they'll do is they'll pull like an Ash's
Okay, I need
dad
to get the
thing
fuck outta
and
here.
never tell you. They'll never
Oh.
tell you who mom is.
Lame. That would be lame. That'd be the
I
one
agree.
way they do it that would bug
Oh
me.
my god,
Fuck.
this game.
Did he spin you?
Yeah, he's probably gonna fucking do some ultimate shin move here in a second. Hold on, let me see if I can
Yeah.
get out of here before I die.
Yeah,
I'm out of healing. I forgot. We've also fought like 4 monsters in a row. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
problem.
since Lauren's here,
Guidelines.
the other thing I was gonna talk about. I mean, it's nothing to do with. But last night, so if you're watching this stream, I was streaming privately to the Discord. I've been getting back into Gunpla. I built another Leo. My Oz squad is now 4 Leos strong. I've got 2 Leos, 2 Leo type A's, and 1 Leo type S now. And yeah, it's a simple build. It's fun. It took me 2 hours after I got back from vacation. It was real nice. And Lauren, if you're looking for a new anime, you should watch the new Gundam show.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good. It's good
13
shit.
Generically-
episodes?
Okay. I'm generically into big robot anime, like Full Metal Panic. Loved it. Just never had a
Same.
chance to get into Gundam.
I'm not in
This is
combat
about
game. Fuck off.
This particular one, it's called Gundam.
Witch
I
from
can't
Mercury?
remember it. Witch from Mercury. Thank you. I was gonna say Gundam Ariel, and I was like, that's
Oh
not right.
well, I mean that is the Gundam in it. the main Gundam
But
anyway.
it's also a Yuri anime. So it's about how lesbians and giant robots will save the world.
I am no longer in combat. Can I fast travel, please? Yes,
It's
There we
it's real good.
it is. I highly recommend it. I recommend it even if it's not if you're not like a big like mech fan. Like the mech fighting in it is cool, but it's like I don't know. This feels like the most approachable one, but it's also the newest, so I could just be biased here.
I'm just not a Yuri fan. That kind of turns me off. It makes it kind of like should be its own separate thing.
You can't have lesbians and giant robots together? What is this segregation?
Well, does it? Okay, this is probably a stupid question that maybe someone in chat can answer. Does Yuri imply that there is sexual content, or is it just about the relationship and like the gender identities between like the main
That's
characters?
a good point.
I only asked that
To
because
me-
I've early internet, of course, like all the stuff I always like read about it or heard from other people, it was always in the context of being like a sexualized thing, but
Yes.
I don't actually know if that's the case.
To
And that's like no
me,
disrespect.
It does not imply that. So I guess Lauren, if what you thought I was saying is that it is hentai, it is not hentai.
No, I didn't think that. If it's going to be Yuri, I hope it's done tastefully and not with so much fan service. Because so much Yuri, I feel like, is pandering. Does that make
Yeah, no, I totally
Yeah.
get that. I think this show definitely has some of it, but I don't know. I want to say that it feels like more like a modern version of it because it's not
it doesn't
as overt.
feel like pandering, but I
Okay.
guess I may not know. It feels like it's a standard Gundam show. It's just the two main characters are women in a romance
oops, that's what I
plot
forgot.
versus a
Oh,
man
well.
and a woman in a romance plot.
Okay, so is that okay? So I guess when you say Yuri,
Not
I
get
think
items like I
of
needed.
like something where that's like the key focal point. But I actually really appreciate it if it's just like, you know, two main characters who happen to be, you know, in same-sex relationship. I think that's
It's-
awesome.
So out of universe, people call it Yuri. In universe, it's not a big deal. Like it's in the future.
It's not treated as
and, and everyone's cool with everybody loving everybody.
And they
It's
established that like very early on, right? Like in the first
Yeah.
episode, I think, or two.
not- Yeah.
I need to go get items. That's what I meant to do this whole time. Or maybe I won't. Maybe he'll just chase me up this fucking hill.
Yeah, he's.
Come on,
I'm
man.
gonna wait
Come
until he
on,
comes
man.
back
What the
down.
fuck did I do?
I'm gonna, he's going after
I don't
you.
like. Chad, back me up on this. I've streamed World a few times now. I don't think I've ever had this many monsters in a single night chase specifically me. I don't think it's a damage thing unless it's just my like. I have agitator, but not the one that like actually pulls aggro. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah. Hi, hello, Gundam Witch from Mercury. It's goo. I would say it's good. It could be goo. And I'm also just
It's
bullshitting
more
here.
like. It's cyber. It's like kind of cyberpunk in a way. It's good. It's just good. It's just good.
I think it's
I
good.
like it.
I think it depending on like the kind of anime you like if you're more into like the seinen kind of thing or like a more like psychologically complex show, it's definitely not that as much on the surface. It's a little bit of both. It's kind of shonen, it's a little bit younger than that, but I think it's good. If you like anime in general, I think it's good, but I think if you've got like more specific tastes, it might be worth like trying it out, but I don't know if it'll be something that everybody's into.
Velcana. I don't even know if I want to hunt you
Velcana.
right now. You just kind of showed up, and we were like, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, we should hunt Velcana.
I feel like every monster. I keep forgetting that this is also master rank stuff. They never did a lot of guiding land, so to me, we're only playing like once a week. I'm just like, ugh, shit's a lot harder than I remember. Sounds like a skill issue. Thanks, me. Oh,
What's your
shit,
favorite- I
nice.
don't know if we talked about favorite like mechs and stuff from the show. I
We
will
have a
say-
few times, but I think my answer changes a lot usually.
I think one of the things I like about Witch from Mercury so much is it's got my favorite Mook suits ever, like since Wing. I like it even more, and I like the Iron Blood Orphan Mooks,
Oh yeah, those are good.
but I think I like these better.
I fucked that up, but thank God. I missed anyway. Yeah, I would say that these Mook suits, well, the training dummy ones specifically, I guess those are the new grunt suits. Those have been pretty good.
I feel like there's 3, right? Each
There's,
company has its own like
Yeah,
suit.
the school official training dummies I thought are kind of like neat. They're just like your weird bulky-ish kind of dudes.
They're like the Leos.
Yeah. Oh God. Of course, the one time I try to go in hard and I get just bodied. Please no. Oh. Froze up for a sec there.
The Darabald is awesome. The Mook suit. I think you're talking about the Demi Trainer, right?
Yeah, the Darabald. God damn, the reach on that fucking. I just spent like 30 seconds undoing all that damage.
I wonder because last
No,
year
I
this fucked
that
time
up.
they were spoiling the show's suits with their like the kits. I guess I haven't been keeping up with if they've been doing new kit reveals.
God, fuck off.
Might spoil the next part of the season.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually heard much updates other than I think like the next season's coming out soonish.
Yeah, I think it comes out in April. Lauren, how was your? We talked a little bit
Yeah.
privately, but what do you want to share with stream? How was your week last week? It was pretty crazy. How was it?
Yeah, so I mean, I'll spare super details, but from like Wednesday to Friday, like like a week and a half before Wednesday, I worked about 80 hours. It was pretty rough. Just to churn this, but you know,
I don't think I've done more than a 70-hour week since I've done engine test.
Yeah, it's been a while for me since this, but like I did an 11-hour day today. I was tired. I still haven't recovered, and you know, that's a luxury I just don't think I'll get to have, so I have to deal with it. But that's been a lot. I've been wanting really badly to get back into my Swedish practice.
Yes.
Trying to learn Swedish. It's one of those things that like it's the first thing that like falls off of my agenda when I get really busy. So
Yeah, it's something you want to do, but it's the lowest priority amongst all your priorities.
right. So
Yeah, I get that. I had a friend growing up who his mom was Swedish, and so he learned like Swedish and English like at the same time in the same capacity, so he could use it interchangeably with his brother and his mom. That was kind of neat. It's a very fun sounding language to me.
I'm just, you know, such a big fan of the music they have. Like, I think they're like Swedish death metal's a thing. That's not what I'm into.
Yeah.
It's like more of like the pop music. 'Cause, like when I was in Stockholm several years ago, I just like heard the music. Like the city was beautiful around me. I was like maybe coming out of a cafe or something, and I was just like I fell in love. Like it was kind of like a spiritual moment. I don't think you get too many of those in your life. I think it's always a function of time and place.
Yeah.
But it was a special moment for me.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's a good story. Yeah, that's a good way to be inspired to engage in something like that.
And you've been decompressing by playing some Tales of something.
Arise. Yeah, Tales of Arise.
Oh yeah,
So,
right after Skyward Sword, no less.
Yeah,
doubleheader.
Skyward Sword, you know, I'd say it was a little longer because I feel like it was a bit repetitive in the maps.
Yeah.
But loved it nonetheless. Appreciate its contribution to the lore. Tales of the Arise. I don't know if it's connected to the other Tales series yet. Generally speaking, they're not all connected that we know of. But it's just a very classic and well done JRPG. It's beautiful. It has like complexities, good combat, like action combat. So it's good stuff so far. I think that came out in
dig it.
2020.
Came out when?
2021, so maybe like a year and a half ago.
Oh,
Come on.
for some reason I thought it was a remake. It's not a remake.
No, this is a brand new installment. So Tales of Symphonia is getting a remake on all the systems.
That's the one. Okay.
At
It
least
fucking
on
comes.
Switch, and
God damn it.
I've heard negative things about it. So
Sorry, I'm trying to escape this
Tales of
Velcana.
Symphonia?
yeah, the remake.
What?
Just that I'm not sure what people are saying. I think it just doesn't. The combat is stale in 2023.
Oh, that actually worked.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Ugh, sorry, Chad. I'm just getting bodied by this fucking Velcana tonight. I don't know
almost
what
done.
it is.
We're
Yeah.
almost done here. I
It's
have
almost-
zero
We're persevering.
desire to hunt tempered coral Pookie.
Okay, that's Chad. I know you saw that. That's kind of. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little bit bullshit to me. Velcana is like a super powered ice breath. Maybe it's just like a. Is this a tempered Velcana? What is this? Regular?
This is tempered.
Okay, so that would explain why. The tempered breath
I
can
guess
go
arc
through
tempered?
walls for some reason. Oh, well shit, that would explain a lot. I was like, I don't remember Velcana being this hard before.
No, I feel like
I didn't see
the
purple
Velcana-
on the icons. I was like, what is this?
Well, it's highlighted in that blue. Maybe that's just regular tempered.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how that system works.
I would say it could be regular and I'm just that bad. I would believe that, but it does seem like a lot more aggressive than I remember. There we go. Finally did the Superman dive correctly.
Yeah. Superman, that hoe.
I don't think me and you are friends on Switch, so we'll exchange codes. But what
Yeah.
are you playing now?
So I
Metroid
just
still?
so I just finished Metroid Prime, the remaster that came out on the Switch. It got shadow dropped a month or so ago. Was playing a lot of that, which has been a lot of fun. And then I was on my Switch earlier after I beat it just to see like what else was on there. And I haven't played any Switch games in a while.
Lauren, stream
I'm getting hit.
Metroid Prime or Player Guide's Metroid Prime? Because you said you haven't played Metroid Prime.
No, I have. It's been a good 20 years.
Oh, for some reason I thought you hadn't.
Whoa,
No,
wait.
I played the first one and that's it.
What's that, Shoulder Goblin? Ask him the thing? Oh, okay. But Cameron, isn't Player Guides on hiatus?
It is. I feel like we've been having some discussions about it, right? It's all still very casual and nothing's been announced. I believe I guess announcement kind of at our last channel meeting, what we had talked about was we are going to start recording player guides again this year. Now, there's no guarantee that episodes will air this year because someone needs to edit that stuff. And if it ends up being me, I'm going to take my time doing it.
Yeah. I was doing a bit, but also not to put anyone on the spot. But yeah, I would be open to doing Metroid Prime as that, only because I think as a stream it works, but part of the problem with Metroid Prime is if whoever ends up playing it wants to like collect more items or even has to backtrack, the backtracking in that might be
edit.
Yeah. We could stream it. It's just if we want a more like condensed like experience of it, it would probably work better as a Let's Play series.
Yeah. Tom, you might know the answer to this question. Do you know, does the PlayStation 4 have native streaming capability?
Hold on. Let me fucking eat this shithead. I don't think it does. It has PlayStation streaming, I think. I think that's a different thing. That's actually a good question. Does anyone in chat know if by streaming you mean by Twitch and YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Because I think
I feel like the PlayStation 5 can do that now, but I don't know if the 4 can.
Yeah, I would expect the 5 to at least be the most capable. I don't know if it has like native like Twitch streaming support. But I know that it has like its own version of streaming like on like Sony's network, but I don't know if that's like a big like viewership thing.
So, Lauren, we were talking about you streaming. I think you might need to get an Elgato.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it. And then, like, do I just create my own Twitch account, or like, how are we how do you guys do it?
Yeah, Tom, you want to talk a bit about that? Let the audience peek behind the curtain.
Oh, about how we do our streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't say any passwords.
Yeah. So all the passwords are 1 2 3 4 5. No. So the
Gorgeous 404.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
The way that our streaming setup works here at Arbitrary Hero is we use a platform called Restream.io, and Restream allows us to essentially use OBS to give the video feed directly to Restream, and then Restream splits our video feed to both YouTube and Twitch. So we have accounts on both platforms. Restream just actually provides the video format, and then we do all the scheduling and all the, editing and setup beyond that. So we are on both.
To answer your question, we have a team account. We are not streaming on individual accounts.
Yes.
You can, but that's not what we're doing.
Right. So because we have the one account, we pretty much just pass that between the members at stream, and then we set up the events and try to coordinate in the background to make up for that. So we do all of our streaming through Restream and OBS for the most part, but we have accounts on Twitch and YouTube. And so we just have to, set up the events on both places to make sure that they kind of match up. Which is why, for anyone in chat, if you ever see a Restream bot, that is Restream's native chat support. It allows you to transfer messages from one platform to the other. Unfortunately, that comes with a lot of duplicates, which I'm not happy about, but why I don't develop those things.
But yeah, so
Was I
if you
looking at?
wanted to stream with Arbitrary Hero, Lauren, an Elgato would be the device that would capture your video output and put it into a computer program called
Yes.
OBS.
If what you're
And
streaming is on a console or requires like a separate cable to a separate device. Yeah.
yes, and that's where I'm not sure since I don't have a PlayStation 4. I believe there's some native stream capability in there. I just don't know what exactly it is.
I know it has like a share button option, but I don't know if that streaming is like through other platforms. I know you can share things from PlayStation to like social media. I don't know. I would look it up here in a sec. But yeah, it would be interesting to see if it is. I know Discord has just got PlayStation support. I don't know if it's both 4 and 5, but PlayStation 5 has Discord voice chat support, which is awesome and sorely needed, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Do we have any quests that we need done, or are we just kind of doing the grinding lands?
I don't have anything I need.
I was gonna say I think I've got everything that I need. I haven't actually like looked around at anything.
I kind of want to save. I need to do Brachydios, but I was gonna save it for another.
Yeah, if we want to save Brachydios, because I have Raging Brack armor, so I can do whatever really. Actually, I should go look at what stuff I need to make, if anything, because I don't have Safi Jiva armor unlocked yet. I don't think. Let's go find out. Okay, armor. I have up to Kulve Taroth unlocked, Oolong, Astral, Rose, Passion, and Demon Lord. So I don't think I actually do. That is unfortunate. Oop. Bump alarm. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm open to whatever. We got about 17-ish
Actually, do we
minutes
wanna,
left.
I was
You
gonna
wanna
say
call
we
it?
could like do one more hunt, or do we just want to call this here if we're feeling a little aimless?
So I'm good to call it here if we want, just because that'll give me a chance to go look up like right after this what I need to do next.
Yeah.
Because I know I needed to do
Same,
some
please.
guiding land stuff for materials, but I think Safi Jiva might be the next thing I need to do.
Yeah. I've got like some augmenting and stuff. But other than that, let's see. Augmenting. Affinity increase 2. Yeah, let's do that. Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably actually what I needed to do is get more augmented materials. That's what I need in both games right now, I think.
Well, that's what the guiding
crafting.
lands is for. Yeah, we just augment as much as we can. Sweet. All right. Well, we'll call this a stream. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and I think the plan is we're gonna stream next Monday because I will not have left for the Bahamas yet. I think maybe Danny's streaming tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I need to ask him about that still. You said something about Wednesday, didn't you? Or is that...
Yes, so we'll be streaming Wednesday. Either Nate, Ian, and Tom will be doing something, or if they're not planning to do something, then I'm going to be building a Leo on stream. I'm just going to hang out in chat, have my camera on, and just build a Leo if people want to join up.
I'm fairly certain. Yeah, I think Nate confirmed earlier today, at least between me and Ian, that he's not streaming Wednesday. So I think you're good to go for a Leo stream. I would join in for that just to see what your process is like, because you and Nate know that mine is slow as hell. But yeah, so we should be back on Wednesday, and then we'll be back next Monday for Monster Hunter for sure.
Yeah.
As always, I will put the link to our Discord if you're over 18. Feel free to join our Discord and play some TTRPG stuff, or if you want to play some Monster Hunter, feel free to post your lobby info in there. But yeah, I think unless there's anything else, that should do it for us this week.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
yeah.
See y'all Wednesday.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. See y'all later.